Okay, we are in the live. Please do not pay attention to this board back here. Okay, I have a lot of notes and we have a lot to go through. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Red, and I am so excited to be doing my first YouTube live in so many years. I think the last time I was on YouTube live was in 2021, maybe, but I'm pretty sure 2020, but I feel like maybe 2022. I didn't really do a lot of lives. Most of the lives were when I was like packing orders and stuff. But since that whole journey of me being on YouTube is like gone, we're gonna be talking about something very, very new today. So, if you want to make sure that you are progressing in your life and you're staying balanced, you have a balanced life, we're gonna be talking about goal setting for the week. So, today is actually Sunday. It is football Sunday, so I'm making sure I'm doing this live early on during the day so we can watch football later. But that's what we're going to be talking about. So, we're going to be breaking down how to set realistic goals, the strategies to actually achieve those goals, and how we can stay motivated throughout the week, right? Because once we get to like hump day and stuff, it gets very, very difficult. But I want to share some of my personal insights of what I've been doing and what's been able, to work for me. And I hope it's able to help you guys and work for you as well. So, I'm looking at myself right here, and I know the camera's up here. It's a lot going on my desktop, but don't worry about where my eyes are going. I just hope you guys, get the information that you need to get. So, first thing we're going to do is reflect on the previous week we just had, right? So, this is step one. So, before we can set a new goal, it's super crucial that we reflect on like what we were able to accomplish last week, what actually worked, what didn't, and this will help, you know, you see the progression that you're making in the areas where you want to like adjust and pivot to, right? So, let's ask yourself a question. Did I achieve what I set out to do last week? Where did I struggle last week? And what are some of the small wins that I can actually celebrate of what I did last week, right? So I honestly really like jotting down some of the things that I achieved, and I like to put them in this box. It's actually right here. I created this box like a couple years ago. Can y'all see it? So anytime something like really cool happens in my life, I did not do it this summer. So there's a lot of nice things that I did not write down, but I would take a sticky note. I would write the date on it. So like from this past week, I would write stuff that like happened really nice, and I would put them in here. And this is me celebrating like all those small or maybe even big things that happen. This is me. I'm Big Red. And at the end of the year, I'm actually going to read all of these and just see like what a great year that I had. So you don't have to do something that, strenuous or whatever, but being able to see all the things that you did, like get like a notebook or something. I don't have my notebook in here, but like if you got like a notebook and write down all those things, you're able to see, where you were in the week. I also sometimes daily, I like to write down things I need to do today, whether it's folding clothes, I need to answer some emails, I need to go to this meeting, I need to go to the gym. Like I like to see things tangibly, and I like to cross them off throughout the day and throughout the week as well. So I can make sure that everything that I wanted to accomplish, I actually did that. So figure out something how you can reflect on what you did last week, whether it's jotting it down, making a list, checking it twice, like doing all those things. And I promise you, you're going to be able to see the progression that you're actually making. So step two is going to be, let's identify your priorities for the week, right? So let's talk about actually setting our priorities. With so many, different things in our life pulling us in each and every direction, it's super important that we get very clear and concise on what matters most during this upcoming week, right? So is it work related? Is it part of like your personal growth? Is it fitness? Is it family time? Or is it a mix of all of those things, right? I like to use, a method. It's like, I think it's called the, what is it called? Eisenhower matrix or something like that. Definitely Google it, or I'll put some more information like in the comment section about it. But it helps me separate tasks into like what's urgent, what's important, like what can wait till maybe later, and then like what I can actually delegate or like just take away altogether. So for me this week, I'm focusing on getting back to the gym. So I have not been to the gym in like 2 or 3 weeks. I'm having a really hard time being consistent in the gym. I'm having a really hard time of losing weight. My body is retaining a lot more weight than it ever has before. It could be because of my age. It could be because of my hormones. It could be a plethora of different things like life and stress and work. There's so many attributes that could be going on with my body, but I know that if I take away the gym altogether, it's not going to be beneficial for me. So me focusing on and putting the gym high on my priority list this week is going to truly get me back into that being a part of my daily routine. And I'm really excited about that. So it's like if that's my top priority this week, then everything else is obviously going to shift, but they're going to shift into one of those categories, like something that can either be taken away or not as important or whatever. So this week, I plan on going to the gym, at least 4 to 5 times this week. I've done it before. I can do it again. My gym has definitely changed up the schedule, how things are going to be. So I'm going to have to figure out when I'm going to be, recording content versus I'm actually working and then going to the gym and then spending time with my family and things like that. So this is going to be a new week for me, as I am in this, like I have like this whole new life that I'm doing now, especially with content creation. So my priorities are going to be shifting week by week, but I want to make sure I get to a point of where everything is just like aligned, and that's what I'm supposed to be doing. All right. So the next step number 3, is actually setting SMART goals. So I feel like everybody know what a SMART goal is. If you don't know what SMART goals actually stand for, so it's SMART. The S stands for specific. The M stands for measurable. A stands for achievable. R stands for relevant, and T stands for time bound. So let's actually get into some specifics when it comes to setting goals, when it comes to SMART goals. The best way to ensure that you actually are hitting the targets of your SMART goals is to actually write them down, right? So specific. Let's be super clear about what we want to achieve this week. So for example, instead of saying, I want to work out more, like I just said, let's say I'm going to work out for 30 minutes 4 times this week. So literally the example I just gave y'all on the last step, my priority this upcoming week is me getting back into the gym. I want to go to the gym at least 4 times this week. I want to go to a Zumba class, or I want to go to a HIIT workout class that my gym hosts. That's what I want to do. I don't want to say like, oh, I want to go lift weights on Monday and then do leg day on Tuesday. That's too much for me. A realistic but still specific goal for me is I want to go to the gym 4 times this week, and I want to go to a class at minimum. That's what I want to do. And I want to do that for the next 4 weeks to make sure it's getting back into my life and it's become part of my daily routine, right? M in SMART, measurable. How will you know when you've achieved your goal? We need to track our progress. So we're going to continue to use the workout goal for this example. So how will I know when I've achieved my goal of going to the gym? At the end of the week, if I look at my app and I went to the gym 4 times this week and I saw that I checked in, that's when I know I did it, right? I'm able to celebrate that. So for you, whatever your goal is this week, if it's I want to make $500 this week in my business or something like that, you can look back on the week. Like, how are you going to measure that? Are you going to measure it by how many online sales you got? Are you going to measure by like how many people went to your website? Are you going to measure like how many people clicked on your products? Like, you need to figure out a way to track your own progress. And whatever way you figure out how to track your own progress, then you're going to make sure you're going to continue to do that every single goal and every single week. Moving on to A, achievable. We're going to set goals that actually challenge you and that they need to be realistic as well. So you don't want to be stretched so much to where like you're going to, like snap and then you like break down or whatever. So these goals that we are setting for ourselves, they do need to be achievable and realistic, but they still need to challenge you. You're not going to get stronger if you're not lifting more weights. You're not going to become a stronger person if you're still doing all the baby stuff. You're not going to grow into the woman or the man that you want to be in 10 years if you keep making the same exact mistakes and having the same exact life that you have now. I have a goal of becoming a paid content creator literally within the next couple of years, honestly, months, because I have a very strict goal for myself and that's what I want to do. And I'm not going to be able to make that into a real life or lifestyle if I am not setting goals and challenging myself to be able to achieve them. If I'm setting basic goals, like, okay, yeah, I'll post on YouTube once a week and I'll post a TikTok every single day or like whatever, like that's cool. But even just me getting on this live, I decided I want to start doing lives twice a week in addition to actual sit down videos because I want to challenge myself. I want to be able to see if I'm able to do this thing. Like, I know I can record one YouTube video a week. I know I can post one video on Instagram Reels and TikTok, but like, can I actually really rebuild a community? Can I actually really get back into this thing and change my life? I'm going to figure it out, but it's going to be still achievable for me. What can be achievable for you, right? So let's go to the R, relevant. Make sure your goals align with the actual bigger picture and priorities that you have for your life. So whatever that big goal is, that big why, you want to be full-time mom, working for your whatever it is, like that's the big goal. And so all these smaller goals for you to be able to get there, that's how you're going to keep your why right here and close to home, right? So my big goal, my big why is honestly to be a full-time mom slash creator. Like I want to, and wife. Let me make sure that is first. I want to be a full-time mother and wife and mother first, and be able to be a creator, whatever that means. I want to be able to help people, mainly women all around the world, understand that we're able to do the things that we want to do and still have the life that we want to live without sacrificing things. And we can truly have a balanced life, whether you still work a 9 to 5 or you want to be a business owner or you just want to be a mom and things like that. Like I want to make sure that everything that I'm doing right now is relevant to my big goal, and that when Red during that time looks back on Red right now, it's like, I'm so glad past Red did all those things for Red right now to be like that. My why is so strong that is going to always be relevant to the big why. What is your why? What is the big why? And what are all of these small goals every single week, every single month, every single year? How's it going to get you there? You need to put that somewhere, have it somewhere, and make sure you're referencing that all the time. Last thing on the SMART goals is T, time bound. Give yourself a deadline, but give yourself grace at the same time. All right. By the end of the week, it's been a great week and you're like, okay, great, whatever. But even if you didn't achieve a lot of the things that you wanted to, you also have to give yourself grace as well. It's okay to start over. Obviously, I'm starting over. It's okay to do the things that, you really wanted to do. Your priority list changed maybe on Wednesday and Thursday. It's okay. But you still need to make sure that there is some kind of deadline that you're sticking to. So you're not just out here doing things, right? So if you're setting yourself up for this week, like setting those goals and stuff like that, I would really love to see what you guys are doing, right? So whenever you are watching this video, no matter if you're watching it live or you're watching it later, put in the comment section like what your SMART goal for this upcoming week is going to be. It doesn't matter what day it is. If you're watching this on a Thursday, you can think about it for the next week coming up. I want you to put your SMART, everything inside the comment section, and we can figure out how to achieve it together. Okay. Last step number 4 is strategies for staying on track. This can be the hardest thing that we do because we can say we want to do something and we're going to do something, but how are we actually going to keep ourselves accountable and do those things? So one of the best ways to stay on track and accountable is having a daily check-in with yourself, right? So like I said, you can have a journal to where you're writing your daily to-do list of things you need to do. You can have an app that you may use or whatever it may be. Every morning, you can probably take a few minutes to review the goals that you have for the week or for the day and plan your day around them if you're able to do that. I know everybody does not have the same type of job, same type of life, but say you work from home and your work-life balance is a little bit more flexible than like most people, and you're able to do a lot of the things in your day while you're still at home working, and you're able to move your day around that way. Even if you don't work from home, you have to go inside of an office or you have to go be a teacher or something like that, you're still able to achieve your goals throughout the day if you make sure that you set them every single morning, right? You already written down the things you want to do for the week and you have it for every single day. You're still able to achieve those things. You just need to make sure you're having that daily check-in with yourself. Next thing you can do is actually find an accountability partner. It could be a friend, a family member. It can even be somebody online. Like, y'all, I've met so many friends literally through this online space. Like, I'm actually going on a vacation with one of them in a couple months. We've never met in person, but that is one of my really good friends. And she's one of my business friends. And she can be a person that is in my community that is going to be an accountability partner for me. If I say, I want to post this many times, if I say, I want to, be engaged and build this community or whatever, she can be a person that can make sure that, like, hey, I'm doing it. Even if she doesn't understand what I'm doing, she can help me be accountable for the goals that I want to set for myself. I can do the same thing. You can do the same thing for your partner, maybe your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife. Maybe they can also be an accountability partner for you as well, even if they don't understand your space or they know what you're doing, but they know the hard work that you're putting into it. And you can ask them, like, hey, if you see me slipping, if you see that I'm not doing as much as I was doing before, or I don't have this energy, like help check me, like check in with me to make sure that I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And like, I need to also be talking to you as well about sharing my progress with whoever that person is. So getting an accountability partner will definitely help you as well. So there are a lot of different things you can do to make sure that you stay on track. Like, you can use certain tools that will help, like, block out your time with like the whole to-do list and making sure that you're dedicating enough time to do your goals. I honestly really find that if I block out my day on my calendar, it doesn't matter if I'm doing it the morning of, the night before, the week before, the month before, baby, if it's not on that Google Calendar, it's not gonna happen. Like, I am almost 30 years old. I have 6 more months until I am 30. Maybe let me tell you something. If it's not on that Google Calendar, it's not happening. And I have at least 6 or 7 Google Calendars connected to one calendar. They're all color coded and everything, girl. It looks crazy, but I know exactly what I'm doing for that day. I know exactly what I need to do, and no one can tell me that, oh, okay, Kira, you missed this, missed that. Nope. It was on the calendar. I know exactly what, or it's like, oh, you were supposed to do. Nope, it wasn't on the calendar. So if you need to do some type of time blocking or to-do list or whatever, I promise you it does work if that's the type of person that you are. So remember, it's all about, sorry, it's all about the progression. It's not the perfection, right? One of my old pastors used to say that a lot. It's really about the journey there, and it's not about fully like this perfect end goal, because nothing is perfect, right? We are made imperfectly, and God still loves us, right? So if you miss a day or something happens, life happens, and things didn't go as planned, it's okay. Don't get discouraged. Give yourself grace, because God gave us grace, and to just adjust, pivot, and keep moving forward. Okay. So just to wrap up and recap everything that we talked about, this is like really great. I really enjoyed doing this. It's like actually helps me, like, being live, whether there are people inside of here or not, being able to talk and not actually edit things out is a whole different vibe of getting information. This is like truly authentically like me and myself. So I just want to say that. But just reflecting on what we talked about, like, actually reflect on the previous week, right? What did you do last week? Identify your priorities, set your SMART goals, and use whatever strategies work for you for your daily check-ins and your accountability, the people that you're asking to help you be accountable, and make sure you use all those things to stay on track. I got this. You got this. Okay. Goal setting isn't really about being perfect. Like we said, it's always about being intentional and consistent, right? Consistency is not you doing something every single day. It's really the energy you're putting toward those things, right? Every single time you do it. Each small step you take it will add up to the big change over time. That big why is going to happen when you're doing all these small little things, right? So again, I would really love to hear from y'all. I would really love to see and hear how your week goes. So make sure that y'all come back to this video, check in with me, send me DMs on Instagram or TikTok if you're able to. I don't really know how the DMs on TikTok work. Or you can just put it down in the comments as well. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next time I go live. I will be going live twice a week on Sundays and Fridays, and I'll be posting a weekly video every Wednesday. So you should be getting 3 YouTube videos a week from me, 2 live sessions and 1 just regular recorded video. I love y'all so much. As always, thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I am so proud of everything that you guys have been doing. I'm proud of the work that you're going to be doing in the future. You're going to create a balanced and fulfilled life, and I am so excited for you. Let's make this week an amazing week. I love you. God loves you more, and I will see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye.